Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaliyah, also known as AJ Plans, here on YouTube and on Instagram. And today we are planning out my June budget. That's what it is. So I have this kit here. It's from a new to me shop. Their name is Ginger Sticker Company. They're located in Eastern Ontario. I mean, not Eastern Ontario, Eastern Canada, in a different province. But look at how cute this kit is. So it is got this lovely June budget, and it was very reasonably priced, and it comes with these 2 sheets that is everything I need. So it comes with income source, and it has both the expenses as well as if you're someone who does your total expenses all together, you have that. And then if you're like me and you break up your fixed and variable expenses, they have that option as well, and potential savings at the bottom, which is how I do my budget. So some people think it's a zero-based budget, or really it's just like everything left over in my budget then goes to savings. So that's how I have that. And then the second page comes with a header as well. It comes with sinking funds, transactions, which I use for my sinking funds, and then a weekly tracker. So that's pretty much everything I need. So we're gonna start here, and I'm gonna put down this header. So I'm going to pull it back and zoom you guys in a little bit more. So I'm gonna stick this up here. This one is a teensy bit smaller, thinner than the Plan It with Stickers ones I was using, but Plan It with Stickers has unfortunately decided, or hasn't really been putting out budget kits, I should say. So who knows what'll happen in the future. And the budget by paycheck method didn't really suit me, because I feel like it's just like, that's not how my budget works, or that's not how I personally budget. So it wasn't really the most useful. So for income, I'm gonna leave 4 spots. Normally it would just be my 2 paychecks, but you never know if anything additional comes up. So I'm gonna leave 4 spots for that, in case I do have any additional income from any other random sources. Then I'm going to use one of these decorative washies here to break up my income from expenses. And then, like I said, I am somebody who does the fixed and variable expenses. So I have that there. And then I'm going to do variable actually on the left side, just because I feel like that's how my brain works. So I'm going to stick this here. And then since I do have the extra room, it's pretty nice. So I think I'm gonna actually move this over a smidgen more, just to have that slightly larger gap there. And then for both of them, I'm gonna do 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this goes here. And I did plug in my lapel mic. So if you guys haven't caught any of my other videos the last little while, I have been using my lapel mic, which is much better for you guys, especially now that we've turned the AC on in my house, because it's full-blown summer here in Toronto. It's a lot easier for you guys to do that. So then I have my total potential savings. This one seems like so few spots, but it's because it breaks up the fixed and variable. I could have it one on top of the other if I wanted to. Maybe I'll do that. I'll just move this down. They're meant to like go side by side because it's sized for a 7x9, but I'm not using a 7x9. So I'm gonna put this one here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it that way, just to have it that way. I don't mind the gap there. I'm using I don't know if I said this already, but I'm using an 8.5 by 11 notebook. It's pretty cheap notebook paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's because I wasn't sure if I was gonna stick with budgeting. So I think for now I'm gonna stick with this notebook. And then if for 2023 I stick with the budgeting stickers, that's what I'll do. I'm sticking with the stickers. Yes, I know I'm not funny. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the weekly tracker. So I'm gonna flip the page here. And I think I'm gonna put this header here as well that says June budget. I think this shop is pretty new. It shipped really fast, everything. I don't know the circumstances of the shop, but it was really nice to have everything shipped really fast. So I'm gonna stick this weekly tracker header in the middle there. And then I only do 4 weeks, so the 5th week will just be left as is. So we're gonna start with week 1 here. And I think I'm gonna do 5 things. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means the next one goes here. So for my weekly categories, I normally check in with how much I spent from my allowance, how much I spent from food, and how much I spent from my planner stuff. So I separate, even though planner stuff is a sinking fund for me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, except for my subscriptions to Hubman and Chub Girl and to Plan with Stickers. I separate out everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I separate that out from the rest of my sinking funds because I just prefer that way instead. So I'm going to leave this blank. Normally I would cap it out with this washi, but I want to use the washi to separate my sinking funds from my transactions. So here we're just going to stick this here. And I'm going to put categories, and then I'm going to leave 8 spaces because I'm thinking of starting a couple new categories. I'm not 100% sure. If you guys watched, was it last month's budget? Yeah, my main budget. I'll have it linked in the cards. I paid for my Amazon subscription. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's a yearly subscription. So I just paid for it directly out of my regular budget. But then it makes more sense, of course, to do it as a sinking fund so that it's not such a large sum of money coming out all at once. Oh wait, I wanted to, oops, peel this up. I don't know what kind of paper they use, but it seems removable, especially because this is such a thin notebook paper and I'm not having any issues with it. There's a hair there with it. Sorry, I'm like getting distracted. Transactions. Oh, here, date, now, category. I was like, which sticker am I supposed to be using? This one I'm supposed to be using. What was I saying? It's just better if I have that money put aside. It's not a huge amount of money, but it's just nicer to have it in a sinking fund than saying I'm taking out like 90 bucks 1 month randomly. So there's that. So I have this thinner pen here. This is a Recollections signature pen. It's a fine writer, and this is the extra fine tip in ebony, which is their black color, because I want to make my lines a little bit thinner than I have in the past. So I'm going to just do that. And I'll also write in some of my things with you guys. I know normally I don't, but I decided, you know, there's some things that I am comfortable sharing, so I will share those, like my sinking fund categories. See, I think the thin lines are just so much nicer to see than the thick lines because, there we go, they take up too much space. I think maybe I will draw lines in for this one. I don't normally draw lines in for these ones here, but I think I will. So I have amount, category. I think because the ink is, not the ink, the pen is so thin, it doesn't smudge when my ruler goes over it, like my Papermate Flare, because the Papermate Flare, it's so much thicker. So for my sinking fund categories, I am doing, let's just make sure I'm still in frame while writing this. My categories are allowance, so this is just like any fun things I want to buy myself that are a big amount. So this is any savings, like if I buy like headphones or whatever it is, that's where this comes from. Then I have my planner sinking fund. So this is where any planner purchases that are not my subscriptions come out of. My next one is, what is my next one? One moment while I reference. I've been budgeting with these categories for a while now too, and I still don't remember them, which is kind of sad. Let's see, gifts. So I have gifts, and then work. So this used to be school, but now I'm using any leftover funds. I did divvy them up previously, but I'm gonna do that. So work instead. I'm gonna add one for medical because I now have to pay for my own medical stuff. And then there's also, so allowance, planner, gifts, work, medical. I'm still iffy about Prime, so I'll leave that. I feel like there's one more I'm forgetting in my regular one. So let me check back again. Oh, social. That's what I'm forgetting. Social. And then emergency. Emergency. There we go. So allowance, planner, gifts, which is obviously giving gifts to people, work, so anything that is not an expensible purchase for work. Medical is medical, social is if I go hang out with friends, and then emergency is my emergency fund in case anything happens. So then here, I'm just gonna draw on my lines. I don't think I'm gonna write out the categories. So I will block off the side here. And let's hope this is straight. And again, double checking that I am in frame. So I have these here. And then I have to count this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't go over. And then category. So I'm gonna just go from bottom up this time, just because it's easier than me having to count every time. Because it's a lot harder for me to eyeball going down. Then spent here. Some people do their lines over the stickers. I'm just gonna do it not over the stickers. And then here is whatever's remaining, as well as any notes that I might want to add in. So the categories, I guess I'll write in the first one with you guys. Oops, see, I went too far and I still went bottom up. So my categories are allowance, food, planner, sinking fund. So this is any money spent in any of my sinking funds except for planner, and unbudgeted. I never put any money towards unbudgeted expenses, but I do put in a category to check in with every month, just in case. So here we'll do my lines first again, and then we'll do the actual stuff. So income source, I think I'll just do it like this because I don't need that much writing for, or writing room for income source. And then budget versus actual, and then plus or minus what I budgeted. Hopefully it will be plus. I usually underestimate what my paycheck is. As of right now, I'm still kind of figuring out what my paycheck, my regular pay will be, because I just started a new job back at the end of April. So I don't actually know what things are gonna be like. So I have this one here for fixed, and then that one is as is. So then here I'll just put paycheck 1 and paycheck 2. Because while I do separate them out, in terms of like I got paid this much on this first paycheck, I still prefer to do a whole overview of a monthly budget, just because I have a lot of expenses that come out in the beginning of the month, not as many in the end. So for variable, I have allowance, and food and unbudgeted. Sometimes other stuff comes up that I didn't think about in advance, so that's why I always leave extra room, and I don't mind having those blank boxes. Then for fixed expenses, I have this one. I have subscriptions. So this is both Hubman and Shop Girl and Planet Stickers. I have Netflix. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm writing. Netflix, and I also have sinking funds. And then I left an extra space in case of anything. So this is always the money that goes into my sinking fund. So even if I am over budget in one of my sinking funds, I don't take additional funds out from what I've budgeted into it. It just goes in the red because that account does have a buffer in case of anything. But then in my actual paper budget is when I would figure that out. With all of my budgeting, I am a cashless budgeter. I know my friend Alicia over at Mile of Blue is also one. I'll have her channel linked above in the cards if you guys are interested in checking her out. But yeah, this is pretty much it. As you guys know, I don't put any real numbers down with you guys. I do talk a little bit about my style and my categories that I use, but I don't like to get into detail about my numbers. As for the kit, you guys can see I do have the expenses left over, and then I do have the week 5 category left. So I don't know if I'll change that into like a results or what, just because I feel like I already put my results here. And I see my results in the other one. And then for these ones, obviously I'm not using it because I don't have any expenses other than my variable and fixed that I'd be using for. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do like this kit, and I have purchased my July budget kit from her as well. I say her, but I don't actually know, from them as well. And I think I will just continue getting budgeting kits from Ginger Sticker Company. They are linked down below if you are interested in it. And if you are Canadian, I do highly recommend checking them out. Shopping local is always better, right? And the shipping costs are cheaper. But that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, please like it. And if you are not subscribed, but you want to be subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. Happy planning, guys. Bye.